just misunderstood. That's all.
Misunderstood as he tried to kill us. Yes.
Yeah. Tard, let's go to your performance.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So you all are continuing down the road, right? And you are going to be going and performing at Bright Hope. We're going to fast track some things here in terms of that, but you're able to get in front of the temple here, get onto the steps, same way that you had a performance with Baxter, and you begin to perform. Crowd is just moving on the sidewalk here, and there's people coming in and out of the temple, and so they're kind of gathered in a way already at this particular place as they're going in and out of the establishment. This is a communal temple with multiple religions, and they have multiple places of worship, and clerics and priests as well, devoted to the diversity of deities that exist in the cosmos of this world. You are beginning to play. Roll performance, and are you activating your gift while you perform?
No gift. Just a reason to practice my loot.
Okay, just getting a reason to practice. Roll performance, and then with that, you're gonna probably roll from the loot, right?
Oh yeah, right from the loot. From the loot. I
Come
forgot
on,
the
my
loot.
lootums.
The loot has its own.
Oh, that's wonderful. Look at that.
There you go.
Look at
Hey,
that
why
net.
can't you roll like that when it actually matters?
This does matter
Oh, okay.
to me.
The only
So-
thing keeping him going.
Giving off a magical performance. The crowd beginning to gather around. Everyone goes silent. Listen to you. They stare off you, even the horses, the carts, and the wagons. They stop in the street and they stare. Crowd gathers to nearly hundreds as they listen. What do you do? What do you sing? What do you say?
I'm going to put on a upbeat melody as I sing about Ride or Die and how they saved the city of Alathan from an avatar of Bane. And now there is an avatar of Pelor.
To play miraculous performance about the steps here of the temple. Crowd goes wild, cheering you on, praising you, coins being tossed up. People are crying, falling to their knees. Some are dancing, enjoying themselves. There is a relishing of what is happening here. And you are brought to yourself, slight tears of the endeavor the party has faced as of late. As an homage, conquest. Also, you all lived. The coin that is thrown up counts to nearly 320 gold pieces. Very fine citizens. Many of them giving the coin softly now up to the steps. You finish your melody, slight solemn pace. Some are thanking you for what you have done. Spare the great city of potential turmoil. And others are asking you to do more. Do more for the people. Save them, to spare them.
Oh, shit.
Be...
Oh, shit.
What?
I just summoned a dragon to the sea of Alathan, and here we fucking go now.
Dude,
We
that
don't
got
have that. We do
that got
have
serious.
that.
That got serious real quick.
Honestly, I should have kept with it. No, it was I played this music. Apparently it didn't put it on loop, so it went to the next track. That was super funny.
Tarn, what are you doing?
God damn it, I've heard this song once.
No. They're investigating the Far Water Company. It's removing the blockade to open trade. It can be removing the monopoly of the Cedric Bay Company. It could be aiding loved ones and fellow friends that have gone to fight in the far south, fight the war. And it's just all of it. brought at you. Right? Spare the poor, tax the rich. It's just a lot of commotion, a lot of things. But you continue to play. The coin is yours.
At the end, I will thank everybody for listening and let them know the Ride or Die will be around, and we will do what we can to help those in need. But we're not superheroes, and everyone has to do their part. So help where you can.
Tom's
Y'all
gonna start
kinda-
a revolution.
Mumble themselves and agree and everything. Begin to slowly hold up their hands. Oh, just kidding. No, they're mumbling and agreeing with each other, shaking their heads, and they begin to do a slight chant: "Ride or die, ride or die, ride or die, ride or die, ride or die."
This is the part where we slip away before we get mugged.
Real quick, I'd just like to imagine Frank off to the side, just pumping up the crowd as they're
Man of the
giving the
people
ride
over
or
there,
die.
man.
That
You
would
know,
probably
yeah.
be Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the man of the people, as the
The man.
council.
He's
So
kissing
that's
babies
nine
and
people.
stuff after this morning.
That's right.
He's
That's
got-
right.
He just got buttons. No idea where the hell they came from. He's just handing out buttons. So-
Yeah,
And I love you, Evan Simpson.
Vote for Frank. Vote for Frank.
That's right. I don't even know what I'm running for, but
There's
vote
not
for
even
Frank.
an office.
Vote
There's
for
no
Frank.
election.
Yep. All right. Sorry. I just had to toss that in there.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So your performance goes long. It's tiring, right? You're relishing there. There's a few traders and other people that come across to serve food, and it becomes its own slight concert in a way. So it's definitely a process and journey to back and forth through conversation, and also just fast tracking some time in general. Your destination after this is the Primaris. Mainly get some food and potentially pay for your rooms. I don't think there's anything else you all intend to do. So I'm just going to advance the time at this point. And I'm going to drag tokens onto the board here for the Primaris. I'll have Dahi, you will probably show up at a later point, but just have your token there on the board for now. So you have vision free, move your token as you wish. And then transitioning our audio here, it's general to tablet.
I'm gonna whisper to. Oh, Athos is moving away from me. Never mind. I'll get next to Athos. Whisper real quick. Athos, did anybody follow us? I didn't see anybody. Did you?
No.
And then I'll move across the table from him.
So, coming into the establishment, you see as Master Fenora gratefully kind of moves aside and begins to slightly saunter over to the table. Sees you all and immediately does a slight bow, positioning themselves. Welcome back. I'm so great to have all of you. Are we dining in this evening?
Yes. And we will be adding one extra room to our tab.
Another room, of course. I add that to your bill, and of course provide the key. I ask who looks around would be accompanying the room.
He is yet to arrive. He is a new acquaintance of ours, that will be traveling with us for the time being.
Of course. I will set a plate for them as well then,
Thank you.
as is customary for the room. Is there anything of drinks that I can get for you that would delight your delights?
I'm not gonna lie to you, but probably something a little less strong than last night that you gave us.
Of course, I will stay away from anything that would be mind-altering or perhaps adventurous.
It was
I
quite an
will-
experience. So.
Keep it simple. A wine, perhaps from the Tokavas, something from Temeria,
Some
yes,
good ale,
Yes.
maybe.
and a strong ale.
Perhaps a
Ah,
spice
sounds
mead.
delightful.
Strong-ish ale.
Strong-ish. Good on the forefront, of course. I will be back with those drinks, and the servants will be with me accompanying the first course. We are prepared for dinner. As you can see, there are many individuals that have graced us. What has happened in the Colosseum is beginning to subside. Of course, those will come. I will be back momentarily. Good day
Thank you.
and good evening.
Something occurred to me with some of the things that the crowd was saying during your performance when they were asking for favors and complaining about the state of things. Someone mentioned the monopoly of the Cedric Bay Company, and I couldn't help but wonder, were they always a monopoly, or did they become a monopoly when the other shipping company got exploded?
If I had to guess, based on the kind of the map that we have, there's probably two ways to look at it, right? The Cedric Bay Company and the Far Water Company. There's also the Bluegrass Company. But it seems like the Cedric Bay Company has the water rights to the river.
The river specifically.
And with
yes.
the bay shut off, the river is the only trade happening right now.
That's fair. It'd be just fortunate
So
circumstances
it's
for them.
likely. Yes.
Probably
You have
not.
arrived.
I mean, it's something that we can talk to the king about. We have to talk to the king anyway, and I do want to do more for people. I would like us to be known for more than just killing things.
I mean, I suppose we could negotiate with the dragons.
No, those were killing. There's that. I learned my lesson.
Okay, well, that seems prudent.
But I don't know. We're chosen for something great. That greatness may or may not end with the dragons, but in the meantime, we've been given extra powers to accomplish this mission. We may as well use it to.
Perhaps let's try and
embolden-
avoid giving any more deities back doors into this plane of existence, though. That seems it could get very hairy very quickly.
I am. The Avatar of Bane took me off guard a little bit, especially that we cleansed the staff.
Right. Well, I don't think it's all that rare for any powerful being to have a single representative on this plane. But to have multiple, especially simultaneously, I think where the power balance begins to. Oh,
Dahi, welcome.
see.
Yeah, glad to see all you here.
Yes.
Alrighty. Just plonks off all his stuff beside the chair and pulls up a seat.
What is all of that?
Tools, supplies, tools of the trade of sorts.
As a servant comes tumbling forward. I can place this in the wardrobe on the shelves over there if you'd like.
I appreciate your candor, enthusiasm, but I'll take it. It's a bit heavy.
All right. As you wish, sir. As you wish. Scuffles off.
I'll follow him off and take the bag of shit off to the coat rack or wherever it may go.
Okay.
Hopefully there's enough space for it, but then he'll make his way back.
Okay.
So, what exactly is your trade? You obviously seem skilled in healing of some sort. Is it medicine? Is it magical? What is it
No
you
magic.
do?
No magic. Was something my mom was better at than me, but a little bit of everything. Bit of herbalism, alchemy, carpentry, music, weaving. Name a few.
Music, you say? I am
Indeed.
good at the music.
I dabble here and there. I ain't too great at it, but yeah.
Well, if you ever want lessons, and give you lessons.
It's just
I'll
a
keep you
jam
in mind.
session.
I'll keep you in mind. So, what exactly is it that we're going after here? There's a lot of talk about eagerness of killing dragons. Kind of guess where that conversation was headed, but a little bit more detail would be good.
So our plan, and I'll just give you kind of our next week and a half ish plan. And then if you decide you want to stay on board after that, we can talk about that then. But our plan is to head to Bayalder, meet with the king and his magistrate. Hopefully that's only a day or two trip. And then from there, we're going to head up to Fort Farron. Maybe do something about the undead horde. And then, depending on how the conversation goes with the magistrate, I believe we wanted to go into the marshes to deal with the black dragon. However, now that I think about it, I'm going to look at Ares and Athos. We're missing a key portion to dealing with the black dragon.
That is problematic. Yes, based on what you've told us about these and what we've seen with Nereus's friend, I do believe we might need that thing to complete that particular task.
Y'all make that sound like that's a casual Saturday afternoon. You're talking with the king, hunting down a dragon, and quote unquote dealing with an undead horde.
To be fair, we talked to a god yesterday.
The undead horde is new. We did talk to a god yesterday.
Well, it ain't exactly new. It's been there since however long, DM, it took me to get from Fort Farron to here.
Well, it's
I-
new to us, is what I meant. We haven't really dealt with it.
We haven't
well,
had to deal with it yet.
I lie. We did deal with
Well, we
one
kind
undead
of-
horde.
Yeah.
It's hard. You didn't even tell him the most important part is once we tell him all this stuff, either he joins us or he dies. You didn't even tell him that part.
Your drinks, may I serve now?
Yes,
Absolutely,
thank you.
please.
A delicious ale, brewed blonde, not too strong. For you, wine for the Republics. Vote. And I can see another has joined us. My name is Master Fenor. And yours?
Dolly Fierce, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. May I inquire what you will be drinking this evening?
I appreciate your offer, but I'm quite fine, thank you.
I will slam down my ale. I don't trust this man at all.
Yeah, go.
I'll take an empty glass.
An empty glass? Would
Yes,
you like that
please.
glass filled with water, please?
I suppose just make it a little less awkward.
Let it be done.
Oh God!
The first course, I might introduce it, is a small and delicious play on root vegetables that have been braised in the stock of the sea, but to the design of a great reef. Inherent with it is the slight salt, smells of earth. Enjoy. Back with your water. The rest of the servants, after laying down, the dishes begin to serve your plates.
Before you leave, let me tell you, you, your staff, and your chefs are absolutely magnificent, and we appreciate everything you guys are doing for us.
Thank you. I will take that compliment. Is there anything I might do for all of you before I depart?
I think we're going to enjoy your food and talk amongst ourselves. We have a lot to get caught up with.
Of course. And
Or discuss, and some of us don't drink, evidently.
drinking is always not everyone's cup of tea.
And it wasn't yours yesterday, to be fair. It did not treat you well.
I mean, there's a difference between not treating you well and not doing it at all.
Well, it does seem to be a thing amongst our healers that they don't drink. Our last healer also didn't drink.
I will
Is
be
it?
right back.
In other words, let me get the hell out of here before this goes downhill.
um,
Dathi, as you said your name was, correct?
Dahi,
Dalhi.
if you would.
Dalhi.
That sounds about right. I mean, you could do it with a little bit less of the aggressive accent, but
All right, we're gonna go with nerd.
whatever floats your boat.
You don't drink?
I never said I don't drink.
Just could have chosen not to. It's-
to be
it's all
fair,
right.
this is his first day meeting us. I wouldn't drink
I'm gonna
with
put
you
up my
after you
hand to
insulted him
Athos
either.
and Tardan. I have to figure you out here because we've gone through quite a few members of the party. I can't keep a straight. We've gone through quite a few members of the party.
Hopefully
I just-
on good terms.
Of course.
Yes.
Look at
Yeah,
us,
they're all
all
still-
on good terms.
They're all still alive. It's they just had other
No.
business to attend to.
No one has died. Yes.
Well, I suppose that says something.
It seems like you have a good heart. You're here helping people.
Where I can.
Concerns me, though,
It's not a prerequisite.
that you're not having a little bit of, I don't know, alcohol with us tonight.
He did say he planned to go back and heal people tomorrow, Ares. Do you want to heal people hungover?
Tardan.
With shaky hands?
Can I do my
I have a
questioning
thing
here?
for that.
Are you going to
If
keep
y'all
on
like
interrupting
getting
me?
shit faced, I got a thing for that.
I never once said shit face. I just said one drink.
Oh, you should have seen him last night. Last
Oh,
night he was
God.
passed out.
He was at that table over there, unconscious the entire night. It was.
Yeah.
I suppose there's worse places to take a nap.
That's
So
fair.
first off, you're correct. There are worse places to take a nap. Second off, Tardan, once again, we're going to get into the differences here between where you were raised and where you came from and where I came from. You have not hardly seen any of the hardships in life that I have. All right. So let's just keep that in mind here as we talk about maybe, I don't know, drinking to forget things. And let's also talk about, I don't know, how your choices in life have not been the best for friendship for this party. But, you know, I'm going to stick to myself here and just say, and I'll push my ale toward him. I tend to trust people that are willing to partake in, you know, drinks with friends, let's say, more than those who are not.
Well, you know what? Then I'm not drinking either.
Tardan, once again, that is the immature response I would expect from somebody from your highborn class.
Does the waiter bring the cup back? A cup of water.
Yeah, so Master Fenor at this point, after a few minutes, has come by, laying down a silver goblet filled with crystal clear ice water. Sits it down.
Thank you. He's just going to essentially chug the water, get it out of there. He'll take some of the ale from his and pour it into his. He's not going to share cups. That's just his preference.
That's fair. You have no idea what I've been involved in, so I get it.
He also has a bit
Drink
of a blue tongue at the moment.
Yeah,
I forgot
we all
about
have blue
that.
tongues,
We all
actually.
have blue tongues.
Yeah, so
Yep.
one of the observations here, Dahi, is that the individuals here at the table all have blue tongues.
Ah, okay. All right. I mean,
Don't worry, we can help you out with that one too.
I think I quite like my tongue the shade it is. Thank you. And he'll take something that he had purposely left behind from the gear that he had taken to the coat closet, puts his cup below the table, and comes up with a cup full of something.
Okay.
So,
Master Fenor at this cleared the table after laying down the goblet. It's just kind of walking off at this point, right back towards the kitchen. letting you all.
Now, if
go
you
about
care
your
to
business.
prove that, in fact, I am not a non-alcoholic fellow, then by all means. And he'll hold out the goblet to you.
I think I sort of learned a lesson last night, but how strong is this?
No, you don't get to ask that question after
Hey,
judging.
fuck
him.
you, Tard. Mind your own
started
business.
this.
That's for me to
I-
know and you to find out.
You did start this. Now
That's
you
fine.
must back up what you
I
said.
will take the damn thing and I will drink it all.
Okay. It's beer. It's got a bit of an herbal addition to it. Perhaps some of some of his medicinal ingredients have flavoring abilities, but it's beer.
That's tasty. Quite honestly, I get more of a herbal taste from that than I'm used to, but I mean, it is definitely not something I would shy away from in the future. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. And you'll take the mug back, and this time he pulled up over the table. He pours himself another glass of beer from a alchemy jug. So this time you guys can all see it. So
That's actually very smart to bring your own alcohol to a bar like this where you're paying premium price.
these kind of high class establishments ain't my normal fare. So
I would tell you though, don't worry about it because Tardan's picking up the bill for everybody.
there ain't no such thing as a free lunch.
So you'd be surprised. They're paid for plenty of lunches and got nothing out of it at all. Look at
He's
Aries
right.
here.
I'm
Paid for his lunch
always
quite
broke.
a few times.
That is indeed true. However, I feel like I've quite honestly just being Tardan's associate earned everything that he's paid for.
You know, I can leave.
You tried that and someone murdered you.
I was just about to say the same thing.
What did you say?
So you tried that and someone murdered you.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't end up very well in that situation, did you? You took your infamous Das Loot.
No, I did
And
not
you
have
tried-
to loot at that point.
Whatever,
the
you
other
get the
one.
point. You tried to leave, and you ended up Athos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but unconscious, right?
Oh yes, he was nearly dead.
And who saved him,
Me-
Athos?
Maybe if somebody had been a little bit
I don't
more
remember,
clear that there was
honestly.
an
I was
angry
fucked up.
assassin on the roof instead of just running off the roof, I probably would have cared a little bit more.
I mean,
Okay.
I was not unconscious. I was fine. I do believe from what I saw.
You got a bit exploded. I remember that much. It was a big explosion.
Oh, I mean, you are absolutely correct. However, I was still fine. What I remember from the whole situation is you, Athos, not only saved Frank from sure murder, you also saved Tardan from death when he was knocked unconscious. So, Athos, thank you for keeping our party together.
I'm glad that my muscle memory appears to continue to work when I am completely otherwise incapacitated and bereft of my faculties.
Anyway,
That assassin was really hot.
You
And
keep
deadly.
saying that. I really can't. I'm almost sad that I missed it.
yeah, let me just tell you, she hurt. Like,
Yeah, she was much more skilled than any one of us.
bad. Oh
But,
my god.
Yeah, when she pulled her face mask down to speak, she was.
So, Dolphy,
Doc,
Yes.
are
He.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
we'll
you.
get there. We'll get there eventually. Okay, just bear with me.
No offense taken.
You know what? I'm not even gonna get into what you just said. Let's just keep on track here. Being that we're generally heading the same direction for the same things here. How would you feel about I don't know. Let's just say us accompanying you, since you seem to know the way to Fort Farron from where we're going, with a stop maybe in Balder, to joining our little escapade in that direction.
Well, I suppose if I'm to be accompanyingly a wagon load of supplies back up to Fort Farron, then numbers will be appreciated. So, guess I can't say no to that.
And you know the way.
Out of character, DM didn't say whether it was over land or over sea, but
It's over land. Yeah, no, Fort Farron is you're just getting outside of the city, going through the Sterling Outpost, and then going by Neville
Got it.
Ridge, and then eventually you get to Fort Farron. It's a number of miles. I mean, but you're between homesteads and farmland, and of course you have the capital that you can always cross the large bridge that goes one of the tributaries of the Gorn, get towards the capital. So it's a
Got it.
straight shot across the land. It's not very far.
all right. Yeah, I suppose I know the way.
And let's just say if anything were to happen along the way, you're willing to, let's just say, stand alongside us.
Well, I'm not useless in throwing down, if that's what you're implying.
What is your preferred
And-
weapon of choice?
Tartan, do you mind?
I do mind. You're taking too long to get to the point here.
I've been trained to use the sling since I was young.
That's nice.
But
Hmm,
wait, what?
the sling, huh?
Simple.
Oh.
Find ammunition anywhere you're at. Off in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, yeah, you can find it. Find rocks, so it's good to have as a survivalist tool.
The only useful story about a sling that I heard was about a gnome that took down a giant with it. But
Tardan, you play an instrument.
and a rock.
You're judging the man for an actual weapon.
I apologize for Tartan. He's had a rough go of it lately with friends and choices.
No offense taken.
Look, I was fine with him until he said his weapon was a sling. I had,
Well, excuse me, princess. I guess I can't have enough sass to freaking insult an enemy to death.
Oh my God. He is in our party now. He is my kindred spirit. I don't even care what he answers the rest of the questions with.
I can teach you how to sass an enemy to death. Don't worry. I can also teach you how to make friends that'll stab you in the back. I got
I
two
like
of
my
them right here.
soft core where it is. Thank you.
I don't know that anybody needs friends that do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of a niche market, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, this is look, long stories we'll tell you along the path. It seems like we have mutual interest though in going the same direction, and seem to has we are looking for more party members at least along this path. I think, I don't know, Athos and Tartan, correct me if I'm wrong, but would be very interested in obviously you joining us and going along this path together at this point.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, I do
So-
believe we're headed in the same direction anyway, as long as you don't mind stopping off in the capital for a bit.
Valid
I was gonna
point,
say.
Athos.
Unless Magello tells us that we can't do anything about the other two dragons until we have the thing.
Hey, Magello, yeah, I don't know. Based on what you've told me, our journey could very well take a different direction once we speak with them. But let's just
But-
say that our plans never go to plan. So there's that.
That is true as well. I think though, heading in the same direction, and he knows where he's going, at least to Fort Farron. It doesn't hurt to,
Sure.
at the very least, drag him along.
Well, regardless of even if we can't
Yes,
deal
and
with that particular threat, we kind of need to go. I mean, Fort Farron is sort of in the middle of a lot of places. If we decided to go to Ismar, it's also on the way there.
Very true.
well,
Go ahead, Tardan.
yeah, I guess Ismar is that's where the silver one is, right?
Right, which is the one that Frank has.
Do we have that?
That's Frank has
Yeah, we
that.
do have that one.
It's, but since he got it back from his wife, ex-wife.
With that and the settlement they had for the divorce. Yeah. So we have quite a few. Anyway, in the direction you're trying to go, we have quite a few things that we need to accomplish ourselves. So it seems like, at the very least, we could be supportive of each other on your trip back to Fort Fair.
Well, I gladly appreciate it. And I'd be happy to chip in on your little side excursions if you need.
Okay, good. It's a 2,000 gold buy-in. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. Sorry.
You haven't had 2,000 gold since I met you.
I know. Why do you think I need his buy-in?
Jump change.
So if you think I have 2,000 gold, you are sorely mistaken.
No, I was totally kidding, by the way.
That said, Dahi, what are you doing tomorrow?
Probably still curing people after the whatever the fuck that was at the Coliseum.
Pardon's
Yeah,
fault.
that was my friend.
Well,
Well,
so
tell
to
him I said,
enemy.
what the fuck?
Well, he works for Paylor now, so you can go tell him yourself if you want. He's still there, sort of.
I kind of rather stay on this plane of existence, thank you.
That's not an unreasonable.
I don't know that you leave this plane.
Well, your mind does a bit, I think.
I don't know that how.
Your body stays here.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
When you speak to the Avatar, you're here. But if you speak to Pelor,
Yes.
you kind of go a place.
Your next course, are we ready?
Sure.
I do suppose we are.
Yes.
A crown roast of lamb filled with succulent sweet crab, crusted in pistachios, served with the melody of differing forested mushroom. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Fantastic as always. Thank you.
Servants being set it down, clearing the rest, and then plating it for you as well. Astronor and servants depart back towards the kitchen. Astronor also helping other clientele.
You know, Aries, along your line of question, I do have one question for you, Dahi.
Of course.
Have you ever seen anyone wield magic that uses purple and pink cackling lightning?
Can't say that's an everyday occurrence, but don't believe I have, no.
Okay. That rules you out as one of the masters of dragon servants, at least.
Well, to be fair, we kind of do that too now.
Is that true?
Tard, I think you just went from like step 1 to step 4, totally skipping through steps 2 and 3.
I asked a simple question. He just had to answer yes or no.
God.
You
After
guys knew what that
how-
implied. He doesn't know what that implied. He doesn't seem to care as long as there's coin involved.
You don't think that's just a weird question to ask somebody? Like, Athos, who, like, what? Oh, I can't.
It is a weird question, but he's been forthcoming. There was no reason not to ask the question. Dahi, did I offend you in any way?
Can't say you did, though. If I struck you as a magic caster type, I'm a little perturbed. You got some weird choices in fashion, I suppose. But
Doesn't like
No,
magic.
I just was hoping that
Just
you
right
had
in
ran
with the
into anyone
Talfeld.
that used it.
understand. Well,
I think
I
our
suppose
plan.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think our plan is to leave tomorrow evening, Athos. You were planning that out?
I mean, yeah, it's flexible, but we have business to take care of up until the afternoon. After that,
Well, I suppose then I
leave in
should
the
wake
evening?
up. do what I should and start gathering those supplies. I got to get up to Fort Farron, and then we'll make do from there.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but once we conclude here with this fabulous meal that Tarden has so graciously paid for and provided for us, a good night's sleep would do some good for everyone, I think.
Well, that's kind of the good part of good night's sleep, I'd assume.
Hey, nerd. Nobody
There's a
told you to be
point.
a smartass yet, okay?
Yet.
Yeah, well, if this bard wannabe over here ain't gonna do it, I guess it's my
The bard wannabe? Is that what? Is that what you said?
Well, I mean, he said he was coming after me initially for.
Oh my Tarden, are you gonna take that from him?
Yeah,
First,
like
I'm
his
happy
spunk.
that he insulted Tom.
He's a good kid.
I gotta stand
Pardon.
up for myself every here and there.
You are getting so soft, Tarden.
No, I just love anyone that annoys you. It's
It
pretty
doesn't
simple,
annoy-
actually.
I mean, it doesn't annoy me at all. He was shit talking you.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
a
a
little.
bard. People shit talk bards every day. It's part of the job.
Interesting.
They're not all fans.
I mean, let's be honest. Do you have any fans?
You saw
That's
that
it.
performance.
I take that as a resounded no.
No, you
No.
did see that performance.
Oh yeah,
Paid for dinner.
that's right. You know what?
That
I'm
Like,
gonna-
performance
looking
did pay
around
for
at the
dinner.
party here, I take it,
No, we just had a performance in front of hundreds of people for the last several hours.
I caught a bit of it. I couldn't hang around too long, but
All right.
So
So anyway,
I would say I'm good at what I do, Aries.
I mean, good's all relative. So anyway, I think a good night's sleep and reconvening in the morning for breakfast is, and obviously for what we have coming tomorrow is probably a good idea.
Yes, indeed.
Athos, is there any chance you and I could have a discussion before we put our heads down about the future that we discussed earlier?
Sure.
But for OOC wise, I would like to wait as everything works itself out till Tarden and Dahi. No, is that right? I'm gonna
yeah,
fuck.
that was about right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, until they are away and gone, so it's just kind of Athos and I alone.
Gotcha. And I mean, you can simply go up to your other room, right?
Yeah, everyone has their own private room and
Yeah,
key.
everyone has their private room.
Oh,
And-
did we get private rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I
shit.
shelled out good money.
Well, I
Got good
know,
money.
you did, and I'm willing to take full advantage of that. By the way,
I mean, that's fine. It's what, $350 for this now that we're out in the extra room, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and remove that.
I just want Athos and Ares to be alone is what I'm looking for. However that works out best for everybody, so we don't
Ooh.
I
belabor
did not
the
drink
point.
enough of that.
It's okay.
Gotcha.
We have stuff to get you going, lubricated for it. It's all good.
Well, that's a very different type.
What?
No, just some away from prying ears, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay. You don't have to worry about him hitting the mark, so it's fine.
That's right. I will totally miss the mark. Don't worry about
Totally miss the mark. Is there anything you all want to discuss? Obviously, the third and final course will be desserts, and that'll be dropped out, but I don't need to role play that. And if there's something you all would like to discuss for the rest of the night, you're more than welcome to go about your business in either into your rooms, or perhaps if you want to do some things before you go to bed, you can totally do that. I think before we go to the conversation and things, just based on the time right now, I'll probably go take a break here for our session here. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that now, and we'll come to see if we want to get anything done. We'll go to that conversation. So if you're watching the stream, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. I think we had a little bit of a lag out there. My OBS actually crashed. So But we're brought back and we're good to go. So hopefully you join us in 10 minutes or so, about 7:11 p.m. PST, and watch as Ride or Die continues their haphazard shenanigans through the city of Lee. All right,
Ride or
we'll do
die.
that.
Bye.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining Ride or Die.
Ride
for
or
the second half of
Die.
their session here.
Right back.
As we're gonna include the day of the 23rd of Sephiros, as everyone kind of gets ready to head to bed. We're just gonna try to fast track things as much as possible so we can get through. But so we're gonna have the conversation, obviously, between Ares and Athos at the room upstairs. For our new player, David, the rooms are exquisite in terms of their accommodations. Right, there was a large kind of queen size mattress in some of these common rooms that are up there, wardrobe, a table for study, a chest. There's a bathroom and a wash tub in each one, a fireplace in each one. There's actually a servant at your command, and that servant, it will attempt to bathe you if you would like it. That's kind of it's a common practice between people who stay here, right? Getting bathed with the perfumes and the soaps and things. But you can simply just say, no, I don't want that. And I'm assuming you as a character would say no to that. So
Correct.
yes, that they can get you drinks, they can get you food throughout the night and help you out in terms of that. There's also the kind of that warm, like a device, right? You can fill with water to keep your legs warm and things in the bed. And that is just really what they offer. It's a whole package. The food and the drinks are accompanied in the actual rent, right? So the actual room and board, it's all included into that. So is there anything anybody wants to get like accomplished at all in terms of like studying or working on things in the rooms or for the like before they sleep?
I would probably play my lute a little bit, just to keep that up.
All night.
That'll probably be every night until, I mean, just for an hour or two, just until I gain that same proficiency I have with the lyre. The other thing I'm going to do is, I guess the best word for it is pray to Paylor, but more talking to him as a friend and asking him to help his flock and just kind of navigate them and not make them such assholes like the Talthar are.
So a general prayer to go out and be like, hey, Paylor, look, now that you're more connected, can you just assist and just...
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Setting off a prayer. Okay.
Athos, anything?
No, I don't believe so. Other than whatever it was you needed.
Okay.
All right. So
Dahi might do
Dahi.
some stuff. Yeah. I guess I should have asked Xanathar's rules. We can use tools to do stuff during a long rest. Would that be applicable here?
Yeah.
Okay. He would like to make some. Let's go with.
Frank.
Frank! Frank's here!
What? What's happening?
No! Frank, I miss you so much.
Frank to
We were
see it.
Frankless.
Frank, we love you.
The appointment
frankly
ended
lost.
early. Frank comes out of the bathroom.
Well, we're all going to bed
Woo!
now.
Man,
Yeah,
what I missed.
we've concluded we're going to bed. But Frank, if you wanna describe your character here, you're the new player David, who
Hey, David, what's up?
Their
Pleasure.
character's name is pronounced Dahi,
Dahi.
and
Or
they can give you-
Dalhi or Dalhi. However
they'll-
you want to go
They'll
about
they'll return a brief description to you. But Frank, what do you
Okay.
look like?
Yeah, let me actually pull up the character sheet exactly so I don't get any measurements wrong.
He's got it down to the inch.
I do.
And DM basically, Dahi's just going to make some perfume because he doesn't trust some of the stuff that's applied by.
I gotcha. I'm gonna have you do a check as well, if you'd
Okay.
like.
Do the check, man. I joined late. You guys do your thing.
Okay. Yeah. While you're getting that up, why don't you go ahead and give me a check? And you can do this with your alchemist or your herbalist. Either one is applicable here.
Yep. Well, it's a default function of Alchemist that just happens, but he'll do that then. I used it. Didn't ask for what stat I was using it with, but an 11.
It pulls. It actually has it pulled into there automatically, but you can change it in terms of what you want. So right now it's pulling from your intelligence, but you can pull it to do wisdom instead. So
Okay, so if it
Whatever
were
works.
wisdom, then you'd add 3 to that.
yeah. So the check really is just in general. I know there's like passive things, right? You can do, and you can always just say, "I want to do that," but really just getting the check out there because maybe advancing like in terms of
You're right.
quality of the perfume and things, and learning what perhaps that's currently there. and assisting and helping you. So it's just
Yeah.
fun to get a roll out because you haven't
Yep.
really rolled anything. So I wanted.
It's true. It's true.
I
I assume he's just using some of his herbal gear to make a personal BO. Anyway.
Yeah, you're using your own personal supply, but you also could probably use some of the other things that are in there. So you might be able to pull and basically smell, okay, this might be interesting to work with. Not necessarily the perfumes and vials that are there, but just maybe some of the plants and other things that are in your room that they were using to ordain it and beautify it, aesthetics. So you make something that's quite nice. It's decent, and keeps the BO away, and helps also wash your body in case you want to take the bath and all of that. So
Old Spice body blocker. Let's go. I'm just kidding.
multi-purpose,
There you go.
Anyway,
Moisturizes the skin as well.
moisturizes.
Puts the lotion on.
Oh, I was waiting for that one. Oh my god.
Frank, do you have
anyway,
a
tell me
pull-out?
about Frank.
Yeah, so Frank, not super tall, not like some 6'5" gigantic beast, solid 5'9", middle-aged, bald human male, nice tanned skin to him, hailing from the province of Izmar as a former farmer. That's it. He's super basic. He's nothing crazy.
Nothing wrong with that.
He does have this cool blood axe now, so that's pretty cool. Solid 5'9". That's huge, man. He's large.
Wiry. That's it.
Nice,
Wiry.
wiry, lean, man. He's like
Yeah.
imagine
Lean
Kevin
muscle.
Durant, but instead of
He's got that
6'8",
country
he's 5'9".
That's a weird mental image.
What, tiny Kevin Durant?
Like Kevin Durant, the long arms, the hands,
Yeah,
and the
exactly. Like
5'9"
the Slim
Frank.
Reaper, but instead
Slim
he's
Reaper?
5'9".
Kevin Durant, more like Kevin Durant.
Yep, exactly.
Slim Reaper. I don't know who said that, but that is great.
That's yeah.
That's awesome. And then David, do you want to describe your character for Joey? But just, loosely, right?
Yeah. So Dahi is a half wood elf. He carries a ton of different crafting supplies with him. So he's like got this backpack basically as big as he is, sticking off him most of the time. Otherwise, seems like a pretty Joe Schmo handyman. Got a lot of different supplies with him, and bit slow, easygoing. Auburn colored hair, 5'11".
Ooh, tall king. All right.
Well, yeah, just 2 inches on you.
Yup. All right. Well, nice to meet you, David / Dahi.
Pleasure to meet you.
So we're at the end of the day. Everyone's kind of gone up to their rooms, taking
Sweet.
care of business. Frank, is there anything you want to do before you go to bed?
No.
To work on your dad jokes.
No. I
No.
need to work on them. They're in a book, baby.
They're in a book. I have them.
They're already worked on.
They're in a pre-written book.
Yeah.
So now we're going to come to the conversation Aries and eventually get into Aries, maybe your room, right? So you're able to open the door and kind of walk in. And the servants standing at the ready going, "Would you all like a bath? Can wash you down?"
As much as I appreciate that, Athos, if you're willing to forego that, I have stuff I want to talk to you about.
Sure. In the bath or not in the bath?
No,
You both taking a
preferably-
bath together?
I mean,
It's his room.
sure, Athos. I'm game if you're game.
All right, sure.
All right, I'll draw it. Do you need a
That
good
level
scrubbing?
of team bonding here.
I don't
No,
know
I think
how
we're
this
having
got
it's
to
a-
this
it's a
point,
private
but it's there
conversation.
now. So
A private conversation with the two of you naked in the bath. All right, we're doing it. So the servant makes you a bath, eventually gets the brushes, the soaps, and the perfumes ready to go, and stands at the side of the bathtub ready to go.
So
I think we've got it from here. We've leave us.
All right. Huh? Adieu. Goodbye. Shuts the double doors, leaving you both in the room in the bathtub alone, naked.
see that's the kind of if you will street smarts I'm talking about, Athos, that I have not grown accustomed to, is to kindly dismiss people that don't need to hear what's going on, that I'm trying to learn now. And as I progress with myself and my skill set. And I'll quickly look behind me like something's there and then come back to Athos uh, as I realize there's nothing there. Um, that I, without missing a beat, that I want to develop in, I think that potentially looking for bad people that good people are looking for is something I can add to not only the group but the world once we're done here. Because let's be honest, this is going to last a certain amount of time, and then we have to find something to do with ourselves. And I think that your connections to the Rudigar and other entities can pay dividends for what I'm looking for in the future.
Sure. Yeah, there are lots of places and people who do that sort of thing. I would perhaps focus on learning the skills that you would like more so than joining an organization. The thing about it seems like you want to approach this from a rather altruistic place, which is admirable. But most organizations that employ these type of tactics can sometimes be following noble pursuits, but oftentimes it's just following coin. Um,
Mm.
for instance, I have respect for the Rudikar. They are very useful, and they tend to follow the good of the people. But if I were Guildmaster Chow and someone like you came to me and wanted to uh, join up, as it were, I would put you back in the Temerian Navy undercover and have you report back to me. That is how I would use your skills and your experience. And I don't think that that's the sort of thing that you want to do long term.
No, you're absolutely correct. I don't think it's that I'm looking for as far as being used by the organization. It's more of having contacts
Sure.
within the organization that trust me or are familiar enough with me to provide information. And I understand that there may be a quid pro quo for that information, but are wanting or willing to provide that information if I give them something, or potentially freely if they feel like it's something that they don't need to keep close hold.
Sure. I mean, there's always opportunities for contract work, and if you establish a name for yourself, something like that, it's you can have positive relations. I mean, it's mostly like how most of my relationships have evolved. I did a job, it went well. They knew I was reliable. I can swing by and have a chat whenever I'm in town. That's sort of how that goes. So just be careful getting too in bed with any particular organization.
I understand and agree with what you're saying. Is there any way that you could assist me with establishing those relationships other than doing multiple jobs to prove this?
I mean, I could vouch for you. I imagine they would still want to hire you on for work first, but I could get that door
That's
open.
fair.
Sure.
That's what I'm looking for, is that door open opportunity.
Sure. Yes, with the Rudikar, it's easy. The Ravan, they're a little more devout in what they do. You might have to have a bit more of a cause to blend in there.
I mean, I guess I've come to the realization that once I settle my debt with Lucky, that I have to look at the future and what I want to do, and I don't want to be just a footnote in history. I don't want to be the main part, but I don't want to be a footnote. And I want to be able to say that, at least when I look at myself in the mirror, that I was value added on this world, and tracking down people, and specifically people that are trying to do harm to the greater good. really seems to appeal to me, and I would like to learn the skill sets that it takes to do that.
Sure. Although, and that is a noble pursuit, and certainly you can. I always applaud efforts to learn and grow and expand. I am stricken by the idea of your impact to history. You are a chosen one. You have been selected among all of us to stop the destruction of the entire world, for the best we can tell. I doubt there is any scenario where you are even remotely close to a footnote in history, regardless of how this goes down.
I would argue that for me and for you, being chosen ones is not something that we will readily televise to the rest of the world.
Sure.
More something that we will know that we did. I want something else to show that the people that invested their time and effort in me and developing me into what I am now, and then those that are helping me to develop into the future, was worth their sacrifice, to be quite honest.
Let's see.
And
So a
what
name for
better
yourself.
way? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So a name for yourself separate from all of this. You specifically, what you have become and what you have done as a person.
So, yes, because I don't know that this world possesses a better way to quantify what you've done to protect it. More
Sure.
of me showing those that have sacrificed themselves in the way that they will never see their loved ones again, or the ones they care about again, that their time invested was worth what they sacrificed. And what better way than taking those trying to harm the greater good away from, or reducing their capability to harm the greater good by getting them to the people that can take care of them.
Sure. That's fair. Yeah, certainly we can. I can make some contact. We could see about. I mean, as we travel, it's possible we could pick up some work. I mean, the Rudicar did show some interest in potentially further investigating the destruction of the Fallwater Company. They didn't want to do it themselves, but they seemed interested if anybody else was going to go into it. So there's potential there. So if we find a lull in what we're doing, it's always possible we could pick up a contract. I could make some inquiries. I would say, I mean, what you want to do is a noble pursuit, and I wouldn't stop it for anything in the world. But if the impetus for this is making good on the sacrifice of those no longer with you, you have a direct line to Pelor now. He might very well be able to put you in contact with those people. You could weigh your worth directly with them. Something to consider.
I understand and respect that. Between you and I, Athos, I've had numerous people that have sacrificed so much for me, to include, and I believe I've talked about him before, but Lucky, the person who trained me in the Tamarian military aspect,
Yes.
have given so much for me to be here today. And when I say so much, I mean quite literally have given their life for me to be here today. That I feel like, although Paylor is a great outreach that I have, it's just not enough to pay that back. And I'm trying to figure out a way for me to pay that back. I don't know if the rest of the party understands the debt that I owe to specifically this individual or other individuals in my life, but specifically Lucky. I would appreciate this staying between us because this is a way that I see I can be value added to the group, but also to the future to repay the debt that was given to me by this individual to help the greater good.
Cool, of course.
I appreciate what you're doing for me. And I understand that you're kind of sticking your neck out there, so to speak, in vouching for me, especially with these organizations who value loyalty and trust over anything else. And I promise that I will not violate those aspects of these organizations to put you in danger.
Oh, of course, I appreciate that. It's not a concern. If I didn't think I could trust you, I would have killed you in your sleep a long time ago.
The fuck? I mean, of course. I totally understand that. I appreciate your time. And at this point, I need to retire for the evening.
Of course. This was your first lesson. Clandestine meetings, if you take a bath, you can't hide weapons. Good night.
So, what do we tell people about this clandestine bath though? Do we tell them anything happened, or it was just a conversation, or
What do they care? I don't care.
Should I warm
okay,
the
so-
bath for you? You hear a yell from the door after it knocks.
No, it's quite all right.
All right.
Okay, so I'll follow your lead tomorrow when if anybody asks about this.
Sure.
So as this concludes, then Ares will retire to his room. However, taking this note from Athos, this is gonna fuck us so bad. I will in whatever way I can at this point, rig my door and my room for traps, not to kill anybody, but for alerts. if somebody comes in, and rather than sleeping in the bed, I will go and kind of I don't know what the term is, but like, squat and hunch in the corner as I'm watching the door and everything and stay awake again for the night. Going along with my perception training and the fact that Athos has
You're gonna
told
stay
me,
awake again?
yeah,
Fucking lunatic.
Absolutely. Exhaust
What-
level 3. Here we go. All right. So you're gonna stay awake
100%.
again, ringing the door with a simple tripwire trap and essentially an alarm that can be rang. Servant always outside your door. Seems quite interesting to do that, but all right. So you get the trap set up and you get the things done. Now, interesting is going to befall this night for one of the particular party members, particularly Athos. So you're going to see an error, by the way, on your screens. It's simple calendar. It says never updated for version 10. This just goes directly to you, David, since I've already told everybody. Don't be alarmed that there's an error on your screen. It means nothing.
Fucked up, and his gods are coming for him.
Athos. So, as you fall asleep into your trance, bridging state, eventually you hear a call coming from your window. Slight kind of wind wisping against it and a kiss. You listen to the whispers. Simply your name. Once, twice, and thrice. Continues.
Who's there? He will peer out the window.
Out the window, you stare off. You can see in the sky as you look, the sky begins to clear, moving from left to right. Showcases two of the moons of this world as they begin to rotate one further than the other, showcasing the two different distinct. They then form into themselves, eclipsing slightly. The shadows in the backdrop of your room behind you, back left. It's a figure. Figure is cloaked in black, slight white to the face, the eyes a glow of black. Else, it's humanoid nature. Their arms underneath the cloak as it drapes over their body. There's a slight whisper to the voice as it crests over the wind of the room, echoes and vibrates. You have submitted to me.
Mistress.
The head rotates from left to right and steps forward. The cloak then changes to white, and the flow of the hair changes to silver and gray and white. The figure becomes quite feminine and female in appearance. The freckles of the face are stars and moons. We sit at the end of your bed, crossing one leg over the other, holding the hands, the gown, silk, slowly flows with their body and moves of its own volition.
Have I slighted you by giving another deity a foothold in this plane? It was not my intent. I did not realize the depth to which the substance that I possessed was powerful. What must I do to make it right?
What you have created, not your fault. There's nothing you can make right here. You were told once before, weren't you? To bring about the light. Also, to push it away.
Yes.
You know what this means now.
There must be balance.
The world around you. The moons. One. Each of us. Are kept in perfect harmony. This world is imbalanced. Its time is imbalanced. There is a great war ahead. Not just here, but in the Celestials. and the realms surrounding your plane, wanting to gain power.
What if I could create an avatar of yours? A counterbalance.
I would not see it. I would not have it done. For my power is greatest in the shadows, darkness, and of the moonlight. And that is where Bane lurks. In this world, my power is few and far between. Worshippers as devout to you claim me as their patron. I can come to you when the moon's strong and connected. An avatar of mine has not come for some time. It has been a millennia. And from which it came, it wreaked havoc upon this world. Or imbalance.
Goals.
The deities that proclaim to your world are the domain of light, the lore. They only seek to garnish power. For where there is all light, there is no shadow, there is no dark, no beauty. Moonlight shines in a tranquil forest. Creatures of the night go about their day. Feast, spoil. It is why deities it is not why deities, I should state. It is not their purpose, but it is what they are compelled to do. It is what I am compelled to teach you. Drawn to you in your summon. This is a cycle in which we came and how we are now. Not fully aware of it, but we are guided by it to continue. We were once ancient creatures, formed, roam the cosmos. We gain sentience with our purpose. Some of us chose different things. You are gifted with fate. But it is not a string that can be played on some instrument. It is a string that was snipped, made anew to multitude of different ways. Each path, new consequences. I cannot tell you how you will redeem the values of us. For you are beyond. You must act of your own purpose, your own mind. Just like we. For inside you is like we.
Yes. I operate best in shadow, and I find myself in a world full of light, ever growing. Even through my own actions, I've created more of it.
There is much darkness in this world. I fear soon there will be a darkness so consuming there will be nothing.
So that is the fate that we hope to hold off. It is my endeavor.
And go with purpose and rest easy. Let me hold you for a moment.
Of course, my mistress.
Gestures for you to lay your head down upon their lap.
He does.
The hand on your shoulder and crest you, brushing your hair back and forth. Asher's silence of shushes. The voice dwindles. You look up, back at the window, the overcast and the slight rain upon the rooftop. And you're alone in your room. Everyone gets a long rest.
Except Darius.
Darius, who's having a break.
Except Aries.
Sort of. So I already marked it, but I'm at exhaustion level 3 at this.
That's like one step away from it becoming deadly, right?
It's pretty
Your
damn
5 level
close.
exhaustion's a 5th level, you're dead.
My
Yeah.
God, man, just sleep.
Stop telling me I need to watch out for myself.
Das Loot.
Oh, Frank, you've missed it, dude. Aries has been so paranoid tonight.
Aren't you at like half move speed now? Fucking disadvantage on everything.
You don't
Like
even
you're
want to
gonna be
know.
worthless in a fucking fight.
Like a
I'm
peasant
already.
at this point.
So look, first off, before exhaustion level 3, I was evidently worthless in the last fight we had. Okay, I didn't hit shit. But yeah, I'm at like disadvantage on ability checks, speed half, and disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. I'm hurting, but Dougal stole something from me, and I'm trying to improve my perception. I'm not letting it happen again.
Does saving throws count as death saving throws, right? You better not die.
100%.
Okay.
Did we get
So-
the money, by the way?
No,
No,
that's where
that's-
we're at now.
No, we're
That's
doing that
today.
now.
Yes, today is the day. We have waited for this moment. We have sat in the city, did all these shenanigans just to get delivery of money we probably could have got instantly.
I
But
was
it's
gonna
fine.
say I really thought you guys would have got that done in the first like 30 minutes, but all right.
No,
Oh,
because we had to go get the new guy, and then we
No,
rolled
we had
paid.
to
Have him
we
be
had to
included with the money.
accost-
Say,
we
hey,
had to
you got a new friend.
accost the new guy.
Yeah,
Well,
they had
who
that
literally
costume.
who accosted the new guy? One person in the group.
Well,
got
Treating
it.
the
Ooh.
he's treating the injured, the wounded, having a conversation with the commander. We're like, "What's going on, dude?"
There was one
I mean,
person that used the word nerd.
I'm
One
kidding. I'm
person.
kidding.
Whoa,
I'm
whoa!
kidding.
Just because
You
I
all
called her nerd
arise.
is
It's not accosting. Okay,
I'm
there
just
was
kidding.
more to it.
There was more. We gotta have context.
There's
You
more
are
to the
waking
harassment.
in the
Nuance
morning.
across
The
there.
servant is there to give you perhaps a massage, right, to help you get the dawn in your armor, get your clothes on if you need to, give you another bath if you'd like, even give you your breakfast in bed if you want it. If you don't, you can always go downstairs, and obviously you can have your breakfast. The breakfast isn't per se a 3-course meal like those the lunches and dinners, perhaps, but you definitely get a whole ensemble, very continental-esque, if you will. You can make certain requests if you want from the kitchen, if you want specific things. There's a barkeep and a couple of different servants, but it's not as many individuals were in this tavern before. Master Fedor is there as usual. And there are clientele that have entered in for breakfast even this early. Many of them are actually high-class traders, right, with their wagons and their goods stowed away at the stables that's actually adjacent. They actually have their own stables part of this building to take your horses and your wagons and things. The cooks are fine, or sorry, I should say chefs, quote unquote, are fine cooking your meals, and you're able to get your food and drink without issues. Is there anything anybody wants to do, particularly in the morning, before we venture off for our coin? Yeah.
Physically, for everybody in the party, you see Ares is looking like a parent of 2 newborns that are under 6 months old,
Jesus.
with zero sleep at this point. Just so you guys, I'm talking like without physical attack, like black eyes, crow's feet going on. Like he is not looking like he slept at all for however long you guys can guess. So just so you have an idea.
Yeah, so I think what Tardan would do, because he doesn't play around when it comes to money, is I would probably have the servant in front of Athos's door give Athos a note that I am already headed to House Fortune and Favor.
Okay.
And then I would go back to my room and cast Invisibility and then head out towards House Fortune and Favor.
Okay.
You're like
Just to
scouting
make,
ahead.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you leave the note for Athos here at the
That
servant.
rat bastard stealing our gold.
Bradley shakes the head. Welcome to Escape from Tarkov. I'm just kidding. Shakes the head. That rat life.
That rat life.
I wonder where he learned that from.
Yeah, I wonder. So shakes the head, goes the one top down, right? Takes the note from you, and is gladly going to give it to your companion here. So simply just knocks on the door, opens it, is able to hand that to you.
Don't
Then
worry, I'll
Target,
get
you
your
turn
gear
visible,
back to you.
and then you begin to head in the direction of House Fortune Favor. It's very close. It's actually House Fortune Favor is literally across the street. So I mean, it's literally
Look out
across
the
the street
window.
from
So
yeah.
he
You
turns
literally,
invisible and
you can
walks
literally
outside.
look at the
Hey.
out the window and see the wagons being
Yeah, but then I
It's
could get
literally
shot
happening.
at. I'd rather just be chilling on a wall
That's
somewhere
fair.
watching. seeing
Frank's
the
just,
horses
Frank's just
pull
gonna
up.
walk
Frank's
across the
just-
street.
going across the street. Literally across the street. So what you can see, Tardan, and then obviously Frank, if you're going across the street, is that there are a platoon, I should state, of Rudikar that are positioned up. So this has been hired on. They literally asked not just for House Fortune Favor to have drivers and guard, but also the Rudikar now to a whole guild of thieves to watch over your coin. And so what you're seeing is that there are some, with your passive perceptions, there's some on the rooftops of the buildings, cowls and things kind of monitoring. There's people incognito dressed up in disguises walking on the sidewalks, also scouting and looking ahead. And then you have notable individuals with armor and short swords and rapiers positioned kind of around the carts and the wagons. House Fortune and Favor currently is basically transferring your gold from the establishment. There perhaps is an underdwelling of the building that you didn't know about. Maybe there's another back area or something, but they're coming outwards, not necessarily of the front entrance, but around the building. They're coming out, and could be some secondary entrance or perhaps another way to get in, right? But they're coming around the building with these large chests, and they're filled with gold and platinum. They're coming around with the chest and they're loading them into 2 massive wagons pulled by 6 horses apiece. As they're putting them into the wagons, they're loading it. And Frank, you eventually come by and you can see there is Master, in terms of the name, Master Salza Gadak is the individual, right? House Fortune Favor has the cane with the kind of hat and is stopping. The door is locked. The front entrance is locked. There's no horses or anything, right? So all of that is particularly stopped right now, and this is the one thing that they're doing. So everyone's kind of out here, all the enforcers and everything. They're all looking around and stuff. The master turns around, looks towards you, Frank, and lowers the head. Hello. Ride or die, greetings, salutations, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Ride or die.
How can I help you? Are you here to observe?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. Well, seems as you have employed other protection as well.
Apparently I did.
Yes. I'm sure this deposit will go quite well. I don't suspect any issues. Will you be
Yep, me
riding
either.
in? Will you be riding in the wagons with your coin, or will you be?
Sure, why not?
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Anybody else
help?
doing anything this morning? Oh, go for it. Frank, what was that?
I was asking if he needs help, but I don't know.
Oh,
We'll
help?
load the
No,
cart.
Okay.
no, not you. You take it easy. This coin is take us a while, at least an hour or so, to load all this coin up in here. And you deserve it. Yes.
Athos, I know I took some of your time last night, but honestly, it's kind of all blurred right now. I feel like I've been drinking for 3 weeks straight. How are you so perceptive all the time with everything going on? I'm exhausted. After Sudoku stole something from me, it won't happen again. I know I slacked in my training, but I haven't slept in I don't even know how many days now.
Well, it helps to be an elf because I don't sleep. But you need to sleep. Perhaps learn to sleep a bit lightly, but the trick is to just be ready in a moment's notice. Perhaps drink a little less. Be more aware of your surroundings so that when you're unconscious, even if you have to wake suddenly, you're prepared to act. But you, my friend, you need rest. Actually, Dahi, would you come with me for a moment? You said you had something for hangovers, right?
I imagine I can whip something up here. Let's see.
But would you run back upstairs with me? I've got some stuff in my kit that will probably help too.
Imagine we could take a peek. See here.
Sure. So we're gonna go back upstairs. I'm gonna ask you to make your whatever your hangover cure is. Athos is gonna pull out his poisoner's kit.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was just going to flavor that as
Oh,
making
my
some antitoxin from his alchemist kit.
Going to make torpor. I will pull the
I
gold.
see where you're going with this. I catch your drift.
I will pull the gold out of the thing, or if somebody wants to deduct 600 of gold from. I don't think I actually have access to the treasury. But yeah, he's going to make torpor to mix in with the poultice or potion or whatever remedy we're giving him.
Yeah, you do
Which
know
is
that
interesting
torpor,
because the
I think torpor
antitoxin.
is incapacitated, right? Not asleep.
I mean, if you're incapacitated, oh, that's right. It's not asleep. It's not unconscious. Shit.
You wanted
That's
to put him
wrong.
Also-
You're
I'm
just
trying to
gonna,
knock him out. Yeah.
I'm
would just
the-
be paralyzed.
Hold on, before we do this,
The
Frank-
antitoxin would give him advantage on the save too.
Correct.
Well, he has disadvantage.
Frank, no
on
offense
all
to
from
you,
skills.
the
but I am literally the
Exhausted.
only
Counteract.
damage this party has. Please don't kill me off.
I'm not gonna kill you.
What? Frank
Not
does damage.
exactly doing much damage when you have.
If I hit, if I hit, yeah.
You hit more in the last fight than Ares did.
One
Bullshit,
time does not.
he
is not
did.
that much.
He hit twice. You hit once.
I hit twice. Thank you. Anyway,
I thought there was one to actually render the person unconscious. I might be just misremembering.
There, I believe there is actually. Let me look to see.
Make a potion of sleep.
You're 100% correct. Like torpor is
Drought
just paralysis.
Drought poison can put people. to sleep.
Yeah, that might be the
Oh.
one actually.
Yeah. Fail save by 5 or more. I think it knocks him unconscious.
Yes.
oh my god.
Yeah, maybe just taking
So-
a
You
nap
have to
would help,
stab
but-
them for that one, though.
My God.
I think
mean,
we
to
can
be
flare.
fair-
I could think we could
Yeah.
flare it that you don't have to stab.
Okay, I was.
I don't know, I think
Frank,
it'd be
aren't-
funnier if Athos just walks up and fucking stabs him
Well,
in the
no,
back.
you could
like,
just you could prick him with like a ring or something, right?
After
What the
you didn't even
fuck?
notice, Athos stealths up and just pokes it.
I
Ares
just,
with
I
his
just roll up a
disadvantage from not sleeping.
A tiny bit. You pull up a big fucking needle.
like, what was that? Huh? No, I'm
So
tired.
how much does that cost? It took us
That one's
a-
only 200 gold. It's cheaper.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Torpors for serial killers. That's
oh, oh.
I mean,
I mean, you're the same type of person, aren't you, Athos?
you don't know.
I've heard rumors about
What?
you. No.
I don't know. We watched you murder a group of 5 people.
so rather than make an antitoxin
Manslaughter.
which would counter his poison, can I just give him assistance with making this poison?
Yeah, you could just maybe dress it up in something tasty or disguisey.
Yeah, that'll work.
Makes sense. I like it.
I don't want to counteract his efforts.
Got some Kool-Aid here
That
for
makes
you,
sense.
Aries.
Yeah, right.
Ares about to be
Juice.
unconscious
Yeah.
when we get in the
Want the
next
juice.
fight.
Yeah, y'all about to be fucked with damage, but I'm just saying.
What? You are a liability. You can't even move 15 feet.
I mean, normally, yeah. But yeah, Aries right now is kind of useless.
I'm fine.
I'm
Right
more worried
now.
he's gonna die. It's a problem.
Man,
I'm less
that
worried
man
about
can't
him
even
being
walk
useful.
to the door in a single turn right now.
Like, if we get waylaid, yeah, he'll be stuck. He'll be
Full
stuck
dash
behind-
to the door. All right, that's 10 feet.
No,
Is that your
I
job?
can
That's
100%. No, you're right. I can move to the door, not through it.
If you dash,
you can dash and just
I
like
know.
shuffle out.
So
The dash is you
you're,
falling forward.
you're going into your kit and you're coming to the supplies. Now, this is it's something that you probably have to venture out to get the supplies for.
To get
But I
stuff,
think for the sake of the role play, you can probably just say that you have them, and you maybe have bought them previously to this endeavor. That's fine, or even just venture out for 15 to 20 minutes or so.
I could just run
versus
out. I
quarter.
could sneak out, honestly. and
Yeah,
just go
to
invisible
sneak
or
out
something.
and gather them. I think we can say that's the most reasonable, right? To sneak out and gather them. You then begin to make. We have an advantage here based on the poisoner's kit roll. So go ahead and roll it out if you'd like.
And the advantage didn't work. Hold on.
Of
Well,
course
now it
did.
does. Jesus.
Now it does. I got
Now
so
it
many
really
dice.
works. Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, the 18 was the first
Oh,
one. The second
Yes,
one
the
was
18
still-
is the first one of the second one, so that's going to be the roll we take. Easily able to be accomplished. So Dahi's really showcasing to you. They are very skilled with herbalism as well as alchemy. They're helping you mix some of your concoctions and maybe do titration, other sorts of things to help you make this poison. And eventually you have a very suitable poison put into an inconspicuous device.
You know what we could do? We could just hyper concentrate that liquor the guy gave us the other night that knocked him out immediately, and just blend it in with something.
Jesus.
Yeah, you
True.
probably could have literally just asked for that because it's already paid for.
Well, yeah, we had it sneaking in on, but
Yeah, but we got a style on him though.
yeah,
I mean, instead, you guys spent the same amount of money to put this man to sleep as you did spending on 4 rooms for the last week or the last
Considering
night.
a man could have just. gone to
we're
sleep.
about to take delivery on like $250,000 gold or something. Like it's ridiculous. Like,
I mean, at this point, you probably could have told me to drink this, and I would have been like, "Fuck yeah!"
All right, so yeah,
Oh,
so
oh,
we'll
yeah.
come back down and
Okay, come back down. So Aries,
um,
where are you in this like conceptual? Like where are you at?
I mean, I guess I'm still waiting for breakfast at the table. I don't think
Yeah.
we've got that yet. So,
So breakfast has been served. So breakfast will come around and be served. Definitely.
so
It's
I'm
a
eating that, I guess, as they do all of
Like
this.
a German pancake Dutch baby type thing with some fresh fruit, whipped cream,
like
powdered
that. That's
sugar.
great.
Can we get some like potato
Coffee.
pancakes, like some
potato
potatoes?
pancakes?
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
why not?
that-
Potato
perfect.
pancakes, some coffee.
So I'm
and all
sitting
that.
there. I guess I'm sitting there
Okay.
as Athos and the new guy, who I don't trust at all, leave to go do this.
Well, they're sneaking out, so you wouldn't see them leave to go do it. So they're sneaking out. They're probably going outside the window or some other thing. I would probably state. So, not giving you a perception really to take, but then they're going to come back down the staircase after a point, right? Which may make you be like, okay, why didn't they just come down immediately? Well, you might have that. I can give you that, but eventually they join you at the table. And Tardan, you're currently not here, so you'll be over by
I'm
with
out the
Frank
door.
over at. Yeah, I'm gonna just put you over there. And you all three get to the table. The breakfast already being served, and Aries, you're kind of like, I've been the only one here waiting here. Frank just like walked out wherever you all go, kind of thing. I'd probably say I'll give you that. You definitely would probably feel like, especially how paranoid and exhausted you are. That might be the first thing your
But
brain
I
goes
mean,
to.
quite honestly, at this. So look, I've been here in my life, like IRL before, right? This exhausted as the game makes you.
Sure.
So I am quite honestly probably focused on the food
Okay.
and what's being provided to eat, vice necessarily anything around me going on.
Okay. All right.
So
Fair enough.
I will concede that to
Okay.
to everybody that like I am not focused on who's going, who's coming, who's where. I'm more focused now that the food's been delivered on the food and getting that energy in the body.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
How's the food smelling? Is it good?
I assume they're gonna poison me here. So
Well, no, it's
we might as well get to that point.
so. Listen, it's obviously today's a big day. You know, we've got some work to do. It could potentially be a little hairy. I need you 100% focused. I need you here. You look a little under the weather. You've not been sleeping again.
I will quickly snap to Athos. I'm fine. Totally focused.
So listen, I worked with a new friend here. We've got something to kill this sort of hangover haze you've got going on. We need you 100% today. So here, just take this with your food. You'll be good. You'll be good for the rest of the day. You'll sleep great tonight. We'll get it sorted. All right. So just go ahead and take this so you feel better and so we can get this money handled. all right?
Athos, I'm going to tell you right now, for the first time in a long time, I do not have a hangover. I don't need
No.
anything to cure a
You
hangover.
didn't
I am
drink.
I am 100% as I do this. I'll like put my hand on my head and like off to the side, focused
Yeah, right,
on
mm.
what's going on now. I am fine. I don't have any issues at all. I am ready to do this and help out in any way that I can.
Right. I understand you didn't drink much, but the effects are the same regardless. We need you 100%. You need to take this if we're going to.
As he's doing this, I'll which side is Athos on? My left or my right? No, my
yeah.
left. I will quickly move to my right and swipe like somebody's trying to steal something from my belt.
As he does that, I'm just gonna dump it in his food.
Okay.
And as I swipe, maybe once or twice, I'll come back to Athos like they thought they could get me.
Oh, you did well. You know what? You're right. You've got it. You're with it. We're fine.
He just made it out the door. You just missed him. But good try.
See?
That's right.
I can see things now.
Oh.
Dougal
Cheers.
will never get me. I won't let this happen again, Athos. I won't be caught blindsided.
It's good.
I won't be caught by people sneaking up on me as I'm trying to make sure you guys are safe. It won't happen again. What happened to Lucky won't happen again.
Appreciate it. Let's finish breakfast and get on our day then, shall we?
Hold on. Where's Frank?
They went to watch the loading to make sure that everything would be, square.
I feel like I need to be out there too, and I'll start taking a step away from the table.
No, it's fine. I told them to call us if they needed us. Go ahead and finish eating. You need your strength today. It's a long day.
You ain't gonna sleep. You at least need to eat. Doctor's orders.
I feel like I've had enough.
Carbs.
At
You
this
got to have the
point.
carb load.
You're saying I need more?
Yes.
A little bit extra won't hurt. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
have some too. We all
So-
got the young gay game today.
So
I'll sit down
I'm
with
not-
him.
So
Yeah,
at
I'm not
this
leaving until I
point,
finish eating.
Okay.
So at this point, Michael, I'll defer to the DM. I'm torn as Aries.
This
I
is
need
up to
to-
you. This is your character. I can't tell you how to roleplay.
Okay, so so the problem is, okay, OOC wise, for everybody to know what I'm thinking, I'm torn as Aries. Like, do I go help with the loading of what we've won and what we do to protect it, which is part of it, or do I defer to, yeah, you're right, I probably do need some more food and substance to keep going, or
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
You say, isn't Athos your senpai now?
I mean,
roll wisdom, roll wisdom
I'm
saving throw.
not
See if-
gonna go that far.
Listen to
but,
Mr.
like,
Miyagi, Danielson.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my
Yeah, 8. I mean, the food's pretty delicious. It seems
Look,
like they got to take
I'm at like total disadvantage for anything that I do right now. So.
Yeah, I know. You're exotic level 3, bro. You haven't
Yeah.
slept. It looks great.
All
The
right,
food
all right,
is
all
looking
right.
good.
All right.
There's a lot of it on the table.
I mean, you're right. I feel like I haven't eaten in ages. I guess I'll go ahead and finish this, and then I'll go help. But please don't think ill of me for taking care of myself
no,
first
you
in
need-
this situation.
You've got to have energy. You're not going to be useful.
So I'll go ahead and finish the food in front of me.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, two
Oh
nat
my
20s,
God.
two nat 20s, two nat
Bro, I feel the
Yeah,
two nat 20s.
you have to miss by 5 or more. This is a roll. Yeah, no way. Look at that con save. So strong.
Jeez, what is that?
He's a fighter. I mean, he's trying to pull some fighting down.
I mean, OOC wise, to give you an idea, my con save is a +9.
It's nutty.
That
You
ain't
got
going
the
anywhere.
protection for the magical items coming through.
The only
I have-
reason, I even tried because he was at disadvantage. I was like, well, maybe.
I have the ring and I have the cloak going on for me too. Like,
Should have
Yeah,
tried the
that's-
blunt force trauma to the head.
I could have
Probably
just,
more
well,
effective.
even if
Oh, good.
I'm
That's
assuming
harder
that
to
that
explain
makes the
later.
throw and I eat everything without a problem.
You don't even know.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have no recollection. So Dahi and you're just looking at waiting and nothing happens after a period of 20 minutes or so. And eventually all that is consumed. For those outside, Tardan, your invisibility right lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm. 1 hour. Yeah.
So eventually that's going to subside here in the next 10 minutes or so. Frank, everything's going okay. You're just kind of chilling with the driver who's chatting you up and talking to you. Seems
And
like
I've got my morning paper. Got my
Yeah,
just,
just talking to you and they're just shooting the shit, right?
Yep.
They're loading over and over and over again. Nothing is happening. And eventually, Frank, you can hear just the backdrop and Tartan as well. You hear a slight little kind of a little call out, like a little whisper of a bird from somebody on one of the rooftops. And then there's a scuttle of movement from some of the Rudikar and things. And they kind of disperse into the alleyways and into the actual streets in the direction of where you intend this gold to go. You've ensured that nothing is going to happen, it seems. So everyone's on the watch. Paying very, very handsomely. This cry.
talk to the
I
driver.
was just saying,
Man, did you see they might move the arena to Balder? Isn't that insane?
Really? To Balder? What?
I know,
No way
right?
it's
I
out
mean,
there. It's gonna
there's no
allow Bloodsport
space
like
there.
that.
Yeah.
I heard it's going to head out back to the Crystal Desert. Lucia, they got a small coliseum out that way.
Ooh, that wouldn't be
Mhm.
bad. The Gold
Yeah.
Dragon boards are from there anyway, right? Go back to where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll say that around Cool Res folk.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
All right.
speaking
No,
of
it's where
cool
Cool Res
folk,
folk get the animals and creatures, anyways. You normally get them from the Crystal Deserts.
It'll be easier to move
Down
them.
there. I guess so.
Should
So,
have
yeah.
yeah.
Have to
an
go to Cool
NPC,
Res?
man. I don't want him to be a character. Just make him an NPC.
No, he was just going to bring the gold to this place, all in one place.
Oh yeah.
Cool Res was, yeah. Say, how did you win, by the way?
Which one? That's right. Frank's gonna pull that. Which
Because you won like twice, right? That's what all
Two
those coins
time.
for? 2 time, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 2 time. How's it feel being 2 time?
Honestly, I'm sore. I'm tired.
So tired, huh?
But you know, got to keep up the appearances.
Yeah. Yeah, where do you come from?
Ismar, farmer, believe it or not.
That's all you are?
Mm-hmm.
And you what?
Damn straight.
Shit.
Turnips, flying eye monsters, deities of gods. It doesn't matter. All the same to me.
My Gosh, I think I could do that, right?
Okay, I'm gonna look at
With
this
that little
guy.
dagger.
Do I need to roll anything? Does he look like he could do anything? Yeah, yeah, man.
This is a 5'7" human with blonde curly hair and hazel brown eyes. No muscle at all.
Never really
Holding a
looking for
dagger
some
like
action.
They've never hold it before.
Heard might be some undead for you to fight up north in Fort Farron if you feel like challenging yourself.
You think I could do it?
Sure, kid. Why not?
I've been
Frank's
a driver.
terrible influence.
Not
All
terrible
right.
influence. I just don't care.
Maybe they'll feel it out.
Yeah,
Thanks,
maybe
I
we'll see you
appreciate
there.
it. All right. You see in the west road, Ares begin to stumble outwards. Dahi and Athos, you're left there at the table, dumbfounded. Poison milk.
I mean,
He's hearty.
what can I say? Man's built like a brick shit house. Can't
That's,
he
well,
got the fortitude. All I can say.
It was worth a shot. I suppose we'll let fate do what it must at this point. Just
Yep.
keep an eye on him if things go south.
Yeah,
Are you coming with us? We
I
have a
got
good-
I got a cure for that too. It's fine.
That's good.
I got a cure for that. This man's got a cure for everything.
No, deadass. He actually has a cure for poisons. It just straight up ends one poison effect.
Right.
It's just colloidal silver. That's
So,
all it is.
as you now begin to head out into the crowd, the horse traffic and the carts picking themselves up, and the rain falling around in a light. You have the crowd, right? It's the noise and moving and bustle. You now see House Coolrez guard on either side of the road, pushing individuals backwards, trying to clear the path of their own set of wagons here filled with coin and treasure. Their coloration is gold on the tapestries of their stagecoach and wagons, whereas House Fortune and Favor is more green and black. So there's difference in terms. They're now coming on either side of the road and of each other, kind of parking on the sidewalks and things. You see as Coolrez themselves walking down the street at the backdrop of the wagons, makes way to Sazak Gadak and just kind of shakes the hand very briefly and lowers the head, then turns to all of you, walks, stomps downwards with their cane. You've seen them with a cane, has like this draconic kind of head curling and turning and then twisting itself backwards towards whoever's wielding it, and then looks with armaments of rapier and short swords as well as a large sword at the backdrop. They have multiple different weapons and they're heavily armored themselves. Greetings, Grand Champions.
As Ares runs outside after finishing the breakfast that he was so kindly told to take, is there anything at all slightly that catches his attention as off, or like somebody paying more attention to what's going on than there should be paid?
Roll perception.
This is going to be horrible.
8. So you're staring around, you eyes lock, you can see Frank on the left side of the driver's seat of one of the back wagons of House Fortune and Favor. Then the driver's swinging a dagger around.
Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh no! This poor dude's gonna get murdered by Ares.
You stab and a thrust. Frank is moving the hands.
And to be clear here, Frank, or the perception that I have is Frank is getting stabbed by this guy.
The perception that you have is I can't tell you. I can't say that that's happening. I can only tell you that's what's going on.
There's a dagger being whipped
You
around
have,
right in front of
you
me.
have to make you have to make the decision. The dagger's swung. Frank is moving the hands.
It looks like Frank is being attacked from my perspective.
Roll a flat intelligence check.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we go.
This is the time for the double nat 20s. Please don't murder somebody.
Oh my
There's 120.
god!
There was one.
Ares, it looks like something is happening, but it is unclear if it is
All
Frank
right,
being
well-
attacked or not.
I am going to then defend Frank and attack the guy that I think is attacking him.
Would I see him draw his bow?
See
Since
Ares
I'm-
pull. Of course, everyone's right there.
I hypnotic pattern that motherfucker.
Ares, you
You
okay,
can just
buddy?
tell him to not do that.
No, Nope.
All right.
Hypnotic that.
I need both of you to roll flat
initiative.
dexterity checks, please.
All right.
I mean, you're at a huge advantage here. Oh shit!
All right, Aries, please make a wisdom saving throw. So,
Dude, you're rolling
pull,
so high and
grab
so
back,
low.
into the,
I
back
know.
into the imaginary quiver because you don't realize there's no ammunition that goes to your bow anymore. You then pull the string back, and just like that, you're too slow to pull the bow backwards, forming the magical arrow. And then all of a sudden, this waft of a pattern. Multiple people are in the area, right? It's the area effect. You see charmed and incapacitated, dazed and confused from butterflies, hallucinations all around you, and you are frolicking through a meadow.
We're our
Help.
own goddamn
Somebody
dangerous.
help Frank! He's getting attacked by the driver! Tartan! Athos! Nerd! Help!
Sees Coolrez is standing there. Notable amounts of individuals, some Rudikar as well as House Fortune favor the guard. The cells of Coolrez begin to fan outwards, and Coolrez stares and looks. What is?
It's the
happening?
driver!
He hasn't slept in like 3 days. He's hallucinating. Don't
Can
worry
I
about
attempt
him.
to
He's
restrain the guy.
he's good for like a minute.
Really, though,
Today-
you need me to restrain him?
If you need to restrain your companion, I would recommend. But of all days, this is not the day to have.
Not really. Not
we
the
told him
kind
the
of time to
same
be doing
thing.
this.
I tried to knock him out, but honestly, that he resisted it. It was
I
Frank, are
give me
you
a minute.
okay?
There is a saying where
Yeah, I'm okay, Aries.
He's attacking him! Ask
Do
There
you
is-
think
Ryder
would you get spare
died!
2 guys to restrain him for me?
we
I'm
we
not-
can restrain. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
promise.
You guys gotta be
Okay.
gentle with him.
Like,
He's sensitive. Okay?
Back and forth. Restrain this companion, and perhaps knock him out.
gently,
Back and forth.
gently.
I don't think there's any gentle
Just
way for
Throw him in the
unconsciousness.
cart
I'm
with
gonna be
the
honest.
Well,
big
you need-
farmer guy.
You need a
Aries,
hand
you're
with that? And I
grabbed.
just
Aries,
hand him a shovel.
hand him a shovel. You see one of the guards take it.
Athos! Ryder died!
Shakes the
Protect
head.
Frank!
You see them grabbing Aries on either side, and the back of the shovel comes back. Takes the blow, and Aries is unconscious. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it because we know you're gonna fail.
Dude.
I'm gonna have them throw him in the back of the
Take my
cart
shovel
that
back.
Frank's in.
The guard hands back the shovel. Nice shovel. Thanks for
Again.
You know, I
Well.
tried to do that a more civil way, but he's actually quite hearty.
He almost shot somebody, by the way. I don't know if
Yeah,
anyone else
to,
caught that.
I tried to
but
leave
he
him in
did
the end.
almost shoot somebody.
He would have missed. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but then you
you.
could have shot Frank.
Yeah, I might have shot me, honestly.
I don't know which is worse, him shooting an innocent or shooting Frank. Frank's had a rough go. Imagine if
If Frank
Frank
can take
shot
it,
him.
he's fine.
Frank's finally things are going to settle down a little bit. He gets shot by one of his own party.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right as he's about to get bridged, she's about to be nice and calm, and they get shot. Like, what the fuck?
You see as the
Shot
guard
in the
pull Aries' unconscious body, placing them neatly into one of the wagons of House Coolrez. Coolrez speaks. I don't mean to be rude, but it is not best to sit on the streets of Lathan with this much coin. Let us get on the way.
Yep.
to its
Yes, we should move.
Yes.
Want to ride with Knife Boy?
I
so
will
let's
get
go.
in the front cart and direct them to Bruges.
As you get in to the carts here and you begin to go bon voyage, you are met with many Rudikar on the rooftops and clearing the alleyways in the House Coolrez as well as House Fortune Favor, pushing back. Your destination is Brugge. And interestingly enough, as you come to the establishment, Brugge's is, again, not of its own. So it looks like a normal house. Eventually pulling the wagons here, the door swings open as a small gnome comes outwards with this brownish black hair. They come outwards and simply speak in a very common voice. Hello, welcome. To Brugas. Ah, yes. Let us take the coin, shall we? Shall we? Fantastic. And the crowd's still kind of now dwindling at this point as the wagons are pulling up at the sidewalk. They begin to unload the coin, and you see as is this Bruga or is it not? They seem to be having the same clothes, so you're having an idea, and they just look towards all of you, and they let a wink, just like that, just like super nonchalant. And they give the wink, just leaning on the side of the railing. Obviously, Dahi, you've never met Bruga before, so you're kind of like, "What is that?"
Yeah, first off,
This is
welcome. Second, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for Bruga. Yeah, it's gonna be fun for you.
I'm
Just
gonna
get your blue
ask-
tongue now. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna ask very loud for everyone to hear, just so that way I can scar the new guy. If Bruga's pipes are still clean.
Jesus.
So begin to usher them inside of the large kind of
Fucking
wooden
guy.
metal reinforced door with a rotted handle, and just kind of brought in. And you notice as what might be Bruga, as they come in and placing the coin into the large kind of common room of the inner, you're looking through and you can see it's not even the magic shop. You're looking through the windows and you can see it's just like a common area with very limited furnishings and shelving. Kind of like almost if you're like in a coffee shop that's just really open and the furniture's been kind of moved. And the chests are being laid down inside. And Bruga is just licking the finger every so often at those who are coming in and out and just looking, and gives a little bit of maybe a tap onto the left of the leg near the ass region of some of the individuals. They're just kind of looking and shaking their head. They look to be super bewildered and entranced. And eventually all the coin is placed inside after 20 to 30 minutes or so. And then Bruga slowly shakes the
much
hand.
coin.
Kularez looks towards all of you and just stares. Well, your coin is delivered now. And it is done. Is there anything that we can do for all of you twice Grand champions?
Think that'll do it, unless anyone else has anything.
No, I will. Athos will take one chest and sort of suss out about the fee for the Rudikar and hand it off to one of them.
You see as
Goodbye,
one of the
gold.
representatives of Rudikar comes forward, takes the coin, and we'll go through the description of that because we're nearing our end of our time here, so we don't want to waste too much time. So, takes the coin from, as well as some of the, I would say, one of the wagons, right, to transfer that coin. They don't really have a wagon, so they could have worked that out with House Fortune in favor on their lonesome, and then Kularez gets into the wagon and then just slowly waves. Good luck. Better luck.
Oh, Michael, did we get our wagon and horses that we're supposed to have? Or will
Not
we-
yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Question: did I notice anybody? So I know that Bruga mentioned that people with a good heart were the ones that could see her shop. Did I notice anybody kind of do a double take or seem to have seen through her enchantment at all?
Roll insight.
Nope.
Caught into the draw of getting the coin unloaded, making sure no one was stealing things. Right, there was a big charade. Right, there's a whole thing happening here. So
Yep.
there's a lot going on. You're unable to really see if anybody's able to know that, and also maybe Bruga's putting a little extra oomph into the magic of the shop
Mhm.
here to hide it and conceal the minds of these individuals, perhaps. And that was something that I do want to state. Kularez seems to also not recall the wagons and the horses. You know, so they didn't bring that up, you all, and no one asked them about it. They seem to get into their wagon and they begin to leave. No one
Oh,
says
did we
anything.
make that arrangement with them?
Yeah, I think they were going to supply us with a
That
wagon
dope
and
ass
horses and stuff.
champion chariot.
Yeah, the champion chariot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Champion chariot?
Oh yeah, that
I
I was
forgot about that.
automatically going to go replace their horses with because I already made
Please
the
rob
other
us.
arrangements.
Or, you know,
They're going to give you two large I believe. Oh, let me see here.
that was one large wagon and then some horses.
Stagecoach plus draft horses to pull and war horses to ride.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's why I was asking.
then
I was
they-
like,
Maybe go flag him
no
down.
mention, nothing of that. Begin to slowly get into the wagons. You're going to go flag down.
we know where he lives.
I mean, I'm not. It's up to you guys.
You know, we got
Anybody
enough
else?
money to buy our own horses if we really
Anybody
need
going
to.
to flag them down?
No, we'll hunt him down afterwards because I'm more curious about what Bruga did here.
We're gonna park him here. I mean, yeah, might as well grab those on the way out.
That's what that's why I'm kind of like, I feel like I would, but that's something we would do on the way out.
I mean, did it look like he had the war horses with him? If not, then yeah, we'll just go get them later.
No, did not have him with him.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll just do it later.
Just get him later. And then if he lies, we'll fucking kill him.
And take all his money.
So as the wagons begin to depart, Gulrez going and the House of Fortune Favorably going in one direction, right, to go back to where they need to go, Bazaar and the end of the merchant's quarter. You can see the transformation, the illusion beginning to depart from this shop and establishment, drawing you and your attention to the particular map, and familiar chicken begins to appear.
Heyo.
Looks towards
Oh, the
Frank,
chicken.
following.
Don't take it inside. You know what happens.
David's probably just like, what the fuck? are
Bruga
you
now
guys going on?"
transforms from the small gnome to a goblin of bluish skin color, large ears, and braided blue hair as it flows downwards, continuing in the same colorations as they were before.
That was so much energy. Oh gosh.
You do not know what it took to put all of that out. Oof. I could use a reptile. Don't you mind Tardin rubbing me down?
I will rub you down, Bruga. Thank you for storing our gold.
Come in, come.
Don't kill my chicken.
I won't
the chicken
kill your
come in?
chicken this
Okay.
time. No, dear, I won't harm your chicken. Don't worry.
Totally forgot about the chicken.
Did anybody remember to get Ares off the back of that wagon?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Forgot.
I'll get him. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody drag him in. Frank, can you drag Ares in?
Frank's just playing with the chicken.
I'll get him.
Like, what?
He hasn't slept in a few days, so we made him sleep with a shovel.
Well,
With the
I have a
shovel.
way of helping him sleep, if you don't mind. A little bit more.
Yes. No, he needs to be out for at least 8 hours.
Yes.
I'm
I
thinking
think
at
I
least
can make that
24.
happen if you don't mind. Bring him here.
Okay, I'm going to drag him in.
Do I need to
Oh.
move myself?
I'll
in?
put the chicken on him and then
Okay,
just
never
drag him in.
Just drag him while the chicken rides.
Put the chicken on him.
Yep.
This is like the worst Weekend at Bernie's spinoff thing that we got going on. We're just dragging Ares around.
See as Bruga slowly kneels down and begins to move the long fingernail across the cheek of your friend.
Oh,
Ooh. Quite a start this one is, yeah.
all right.
I'm not going to ask questions.
Touches
You know,
the center point of the chest, and you see his Ares green enveloped around them, and they disappear.
Oh.
Fucking
be
see
fine.
Aries. God.
We'll get him later after we get the stagecoach and everything and we're ready to leave.
I'll be
We need,
back
like,
in,
a
3
ticket to
episodes,
pick him
guys.
up or
Don't worry,
something.
chat.
Your friend will be fine. Don't worry. I'll work them over. They'll be right as
She's
Yeah,
gonna
she's-
clone him.
he's gonna earn that sleep.
She is going to clone him.
We're not even
He
gonna get
may
the
also
right
wake
Aries
up
back.
missing a kidney.
Dude, that's if he's
Yeah.
lucky.
As long as I'm in the ice
Another.
tub, it's good.
Hello, what is your name? My name is Bruga. This is Bruga's Many Things. Hello.
Dahi. Pleasure to meet you.
Why have you joined with these fine folk?
Well, as it so happened, we were all heading up the same way to Fort Farron. I was scheduled to deliver some supplies up that way. I figured could use a couple other hired hands. So
I see. Do you do lots of work for everyone? Is that something you do?
I do tend to chip in where I can.
Would you mind? I have some pipes that need cleaning. You would still clean
God.
Bruga's pipes?
If I do say so, I deal with medicines mostly. So unfortunately, it sounds like you're looking for more something along the lines of the love and spoonful, and that ain't my cup of medicine. My type
Yeah.
of medicine.
Tardan's actually
Oh,
extremely
I like
experienced at
this
cleaning her
one.
pipes.
Puts me down easy. Hmm.
Welcome.
Well, it's better than my friend who got put down with a shovel. So
Yes, well, should have came to Brugger. Brugger did much better to Ares.
He tried to kill
It's
someone.
fine.
It was a rash decision.
Are you sure that one didn't deserve to die?
Not this time.
Gary was super nice. He did nothing wrong.
Well, all of your coin is here. It is below in my labyrinth, but I can bring it to you. It will be holden safekeeping. No worries, Brugger doesn't spend your coin. Brugger saves it, and for 10%, it will be safe.
Yep.
Wait, for another 10%? You're already getting 10% for the rings and stuff.
Oh, no. I said 10% to keep it safe.
I don't
It's
remember
fine.
this.
It's fine.
I remember 10% for the rings and the cloaks. I don't remember 10% to keep the gold safe. Hold on.
yeah, well, this is all y'all money. So I'm.
Did
I'll
they
let y'all
tell you how much
negotiate
they've
from-
earned?
I think it's actually accurate that it was 10% to hold it.
Was it?
That ain't any of my business, ma'am.
Oh, I see.
Do you have any
Handsome,
magical items,
modest,
sir?
and very, very gentle.
Do you need anything, Dahi? If you're gonna travel with us, you should probably be prepared.
You know, now is actually the time
Do
where
you-
we are
do you
flush with
have
cash.
Anything that you need in your dream list?
I mean, I can't say too much. I mean, I guess this armor's. I patched it up a couple of times. I could maybe use a new set, but we'll deal with that when we get to Fort Fair. And I don't mean to impose on y'all now.
There's a good chance we get attacked between here and Baldur.
The 5 feet, the 5
Yay,
feet out of
wrong.
this town to the next one.
Yay,
You're right.
wrong.
Good has in 100% with this party, by the way.
How much was the solo winnings again, Michael?
The solo winnings were are you talking about in terms of what you bet, or are you turning
Oh, what
you
I
got from House
won
Cool
for
Rose?
like actually the solo competition.
for fighting in the competition from
Yeah.
House Cooler is. Okay.
But if y'all
That's-
insist, I ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So
20K for the solo, 10K for the
Thank you for the
So,
group.
those 30K total from House Cooler is, and 165,200 from House Fortune.
Of which we've already spent 30%, apparently.
But if I'm like, so some of us had individual bets that we put.
We all put that into one group fund.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
just piled everything. into
That's why I
one.
asked at the very beginning. I said,
Yep.
"Do you want to pile it on
Fuck!
together or separate?" You said together.
Yeah, we
I
just
mean,
had
I'm
time
on-
to put it all in.
I'm unconscious. I can't say anything.
That's why I just wanted to take because I literally have zero money on me, so that's why I was gonna just take from this
Oh,
solo
yeah.
from
Yeah,
the solo
no.
one, so I have something on
I
me.
mean,
We also have
Hey,
the
Frank,
10K that we
join
bought.
the
so,
club
like,
here. Join the
If
club.
you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
need coin, everyone should have at least 500 on them.
500 what?
Gold.
Copper?
Gold.
I'm
Everyone
taking
take
500
500
hopes and
gold.
dreams.
taking 10,000 gold
Everyone
and putting it in my
take
backpack.
500 gold from the treasury, which I need to. Michael or I need to do math so I can add that to the treasury.
So this is probably where we're gonna. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
halt the session because then we're gonna go into out of character. So
Bunch of
David, so in this world, there is inflation. That's something. So there's dwarven clans, larger gold mines, right? So there's a huge population of or huge kind of influxion of gold here, and so that's going to kind of create this whole Jurassic thing that you're probably
yep.
used to. They had bet on themselves, and they were very poor at favor to win, and they actually put a lot of money down. They're getting approximately 165,200 gold pieces from a huge this enterprise of a company, and betting on themselves to win it, and they did. So they got that. They also get some coin from the Coliseum, which totals 30K. So it's a lot of gold. But in context of spending, right? Yeah, you can get a few very rare items. You maybe get a dozen rare items, but it's going to follow along with that. But in the concept like where we talked about like the Prim Iris for some of the rooms and some of the things, there's just a large scale, I should say, right?
Yep.
So some things will be really cheap, some things will be really expensive, and it's not going to be like everything's going to be like kind of one price in terms of that. So Yeah, so 10% to Rudikar, 10% to Bruga, and then you worked it off. If I recall, Adam, you worked it off that the 10% of the Rudikar were from
The leftovers, so not the total.
Not the
Not the
total. Yeah,
total.
what was left over? Yeah.
After we paid Bruga, yeah.
Yeah, so leftover after you paid Bruga. So I'm going to do the math here.
So it should be 28%, right? Is what we're losing. Because we're giving 20% to Bruga and then
Yeah, sorry, Dahi, we got no money for you.
Yeah, all good. I gotta earn my keep.
No, let's I don't know what, like a ring of protection or something at least.
I'll browse around and see what the shop has. I mean,
she's got everything.
He literally has
Oh,
like
Yeah.
It just
It's one of those
Hey,
like you just
And if
ask,
she doesn't
like,
have
flip through
it,
the
she'll
catalog.
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
look, money is only like 75% of the cost. It's the
Physical and
what you're
emotional
willing-
trauma.
willing
That's
what you're willing to pay
Yeah.
above that cost
yeah,
that will get you what you want
and
to from Bruga.
If we can't really have anything crafted if we're on our way out of town today, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because some
Yeah.
of it does take time.
So
But there is a
Speaking of-
master blacksmith in town that we know about, so he
There
probably
is.
has
Yep.
+1s, +2s that we can just buy. Or maybe he even has some mithril or something else that we can.
I'll
work
browse
on.
around and see what's interesting. I hadn't even considered magic items up until now.
Yeah, we probably should have
Yeah.
forewarned you about that.
That is how
That's
much
all
you're
good.
getting after the.
that's still
after
such a
deduction.
good amount of money.
All
Oh, is that all?
plus
Jesus. No, we're
9,800.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a lot of
all, Michael.
Oh no,
I mean,
don't mind us strutting
So-
out of here with the fame and the money. Don't worry, we're really
So-
down on our luck.
Dahi, I would probably say
Yeah.
as a local, you might have, and being an adventuring and stuff, you might have heard of Brugus many things. You've never actually stepped foot in this magic shop. This magic shop is not found by people, right? It is a hidden shop that is only seen by those that are kind of worthy or something, whoever's seeing through to this place, good of heart, good nature. It does hold a great many magical artifacts and things. Not all things, right? It doesn't have like particularly religious items per se, but it is going to have a great many things. And Bruga is someone who is kind of a collector of sorts. So they have kind of garnished things, and based on the history of the world and the Talthars, it really kind of fits into that. That if there is magical items are being now kind of taken and moved around, right? Someone is going to end up with them, and it seems as though Bruga is one of those people. Bruga is one of those people who has kind of ended up with them and those magical items and those things. Regardless of that, Bruga is someone who is great in enchanting as well as making magical items. And they possess wrist pocket spaces and other things that they have developed over time. They are not a combat wizard. They're extremely high level in terms of what they're capable of. And so they garnish that to making magical items as well as studying more and these other things. So Bruga has been definitely an ally for the party.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you
Yeah.
just a rundown there.
Yep. Well, I have a couple ideas. I have things that just off the top of my head would be good, but you tell me price point, what works, what doesn't for the party, because I don't want to come in here and spend, 6 figures of that in one go. I'm not going to, but I
Oh,
want to be comfortable with a party if I do
Look,
think of anything.
if you don't, Tardan will. So, like, if it benefits us, then like,
What? Tartan has
What?
spent the least
Okay.
amount of money in the entire group on anything.
That's not true. Frank hasn't spent a dime.
Frank has a 10,000 gold blood axe on his back.
I didn't spend that. That was you.
Exactly.
No,
That's
that
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
me.
That was
That was a
Tardan.
group decision.
It was a group decision. That's fair.
That was a
So,
Frank is
in
an
a-
investment.
In addition, David, the item prices, so in the actual homebrew rules and the crafting and stuff, those are the crafting prices. That's
Mhm.
not necessarily going to be the prices that are found from the shops. So the
Right.
prices that are found in the shops, they might be more or they might be less, right? So
Okay.
I think that like with Sentinel shields, right, because being Talthars and Paladins, Sentinel shields are actually not that expensive. And then we, in terms of the bag of holdings and the chest of holdings and stuff, right, some of those prices might be different as well. So that kind of follows along with, you make it, it's cheaper, right? Kind of
Mhm.
deal. You don't make it.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
We can always do shopping next session if you want to dig around
Yeah.
through magic items.
No, I have a couple ideas. First one, it's kind of a low key item. Chest of preserving. Basically, it's just a portable fridge. It keeps stuff preserved. My thought is because I need fresh herbs, which normally take an hour to go pick, to make the poultices. But if we go into like a cave or something,
Just bring in a Yeti.
those poultices have a
Get a
24-hour
Yeti
time
cooler,
limit.
man.
So if I take all the picked herbs with me in this chest of preserving, I can then make them up on the fly in the cave, rather than having to scrounge around in a cave for vegetation that may not exist. So it might help me use my class feature in places that are more inaccessible.
Gotcha.
That's just a common item. In
Yeah,
terms of
that's
like
not. Yeah.
in terms of like combat stuff, maybe a 2-bird sling. It's like one of the few magical slings I can think of. I mean, other than just a straight +1 or anything.
We should also probably get a chest of holding, determine how
Give me
much
a
money we
liar,
can
so that way I'm
keep in that,
proficient.
and then carry
She
that.
already
with us.
promised us a free one.
Yeah, we just need to figure out how much gold we're carrying in that. Might as well
Told
fill
me
it up.
she'd
Yeah.
give me one for.
And then as a mundane item, maybe upgrading to half plate medium armor. It doesn't even have to be magical, but just going up from scale mail will be pretty good.
I gotta hop off. It was nice
Yep.
meeting you, David. Guys,
Pleasure
nice
to meet
talking to
you.
you.
Frank,
I will see you
Good
guys.
talking to you.
Sounds good. Bye,
Good
Love
Joey.
you, Frank. Missed you, Frank.
Love you too.
We'll go ahead.
Yep.
I think we could take the week. I think maybe just like out of character
Yeah.
too. Just like maybe
Yep.
we can always do it after this. But I'm gonna go and close out the session. I'm gonna get experience points calculated. So I do experience points not just for combat, but I do experience points for exploration, role play, and these other things. I'll calculate that and then word all of that to you. So give me 1 second.
So we're getting
Alrighty.
like 300 XP because we did absolutely nothing today.
Fuck.
Look at all those rolls we made Ares do.
What are you talking about, dude? Ares
Hey.
was fucking carrying the party today.
It was literally all just role play amongst ourselves. It wasn't even role play with like characters in the game. It was literally ourselves.
You know what? You know what chat wants? Chat wants a role play between the party.
No, they
Okay.
want us to murder people in the streets of Alathan that are
Honestly, yeah, that's probably
hypnotic
it.
pattern
I mean,
and can't defend themselves.
That's
That was
that's
our
fair.
most viewed episode.
That's
was-
okay. That's fair. But either way, like this was value added role play here. Okay.
Are we
I mean,
off the air?
No.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, we're
Okay.
not. We're not. I don't think there's anybody watching, anyways. So.
Yeah, fair.
But we,
Well, just in case it gets recorded on Twitch.
somebody.
Just in case it gets recorded on Twitch,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Michael does record.
I stream on Twitch, and then we put it up on. We're on Twitch right now. But yeah, then I put it up on YouTube. So 700 experience each, you put you at 59,931 experience total for your character.
Hey, only 4,000 more to go. Can we go find a dragon to murder?
I'll put that into Frank's character sheet. And then if you're watching again, I say it every time, but thank you so much for watching. And we really appreciate it. We're so thankful Ares didn't kill a random NPC.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Almost die on that one.
And hopefully you join us next week at Fridays at 4:30 p.m. PST. Thank you so much. And we'll be back. So bye.
Bye, chat.